Hi girlies, welcome to my channel. My name is Alexis Danielle and this is my reading channel. So today's agenda for this vlog is we're on the hunt to find Emily Henry's Book Lovers, because we're gonna give her another try. I was not the biggest fan of, was it Beach Read? Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of Beach Read. I actually DNF'd that book, but I really want to give this book a try because I love books about books. Like, is that just me? So we're going to Barnes & Noble to find this book, but right now we are stopped at Starbucks because we need to fuel up for this trip. Okay girlies, so it's been several hours later and I forgot to show you guys what I bought. So the bag is secured with Emily Henry Book Lovers. I'm actually started reading it and I'm a few pages in. I'm on page 211. It is great. Such a big difference between Beach Read and Book Lovers. Beach Read, I DNF'd it. I just couldn't get into it. There's a lot of spice in Beach Read, which I'm not a big fan of the spiciness. This so far has been tolerable and I absolutely love it. Now I do want to say that the first like 30 something pages, maybe like 50 something pages are kind of slow for me, but if you're like me, I would totally don't give up on like the first 30 to 50 pages. Keep reading. And I also picked up at Barnes & Noble the Bromance book club, which this has been on my TBR for such a long time, and it was really hard to find considering that I was, you know, last resort gonna order on Amazon. But I really try to order from Amazon as a last resort type of thing. I'm a big proponent of doing independent bookstores and then specifically ordering from the author and their website, and then Barnes & Noble, and then Amazon. So Amazon was like the last straw, but super excited to get this because I've heard so many good things about this. You know, again, we just see like a theme of like books. And then I stopped at Target on the way home and look what I picked up. 2 more books, and these have been on my TBR since last year, but these I wanted to wait for the paperback. I'm a big paperback type of gal. So we have The Vanishing Half, which I've been dying to read. I almost pulled the trigger and decided to get the hardcover, but you know, 20% off at Target, and got myself the paperback, which I love. Super excited to read. But I don't know, like I'm just right now, I'm like a big mood reader, and I think I'm gonna stick with like the romance books for a bit, and then we'll dip our toes with this. And then I know I'm late to the party, I know I'm late to the bandwagon, but The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Now I usually tend to read books after like the hype has died down some. So again, I didn't want to get it in hardcover paperback, so finally was able to get my hands on this. We'll see. This is my first Taylor Jenkins read, which I've heard so many good things about her. So this is my first book from her. First book of Taylor Jenkins read, and then my second book of Emily Henry. I'm thinking that I'll probably do this into a little book, a reading vlog of reading. Okay, so I'm not gonna give you guys any spoilers from this book, but the bantering like between Nora and her sister is absolutely hilarious. Like I picture me and my best friend Brenda, she's like a sister, we're like sisters, and the way they kind of like chuckle back and forth while they're watching the play of the book, it's hilarious. I'm like cracking up. So yeah, a little update. We are about 100 pages from the ending. Oh my goodness, I wish I had my highlighter because I would be highlighting some really good lines in this book. Like, I am completely in love with this book so far. I am so glad I gave Emily Henry another chance. This is by far my favorite book of hers, considering I've only read this one and another one, but Beach Read really did a number on me where I was considering not reading Book Lovers, but I read it and we're 100 pages away from the ending and I'm so excited from finishing. But I need food, I'm hungry. Okay, girly readers, we are back. Just finished having my lunch and we're fueled. We're ready to go. Last 100 and something pages, like I want to say like 150 pages. Let's go. Hi girly readers, so I'm back. It is currently 5:38. I just finished the book, Book Lovers. So my thoughts on this book is, oh my goodness, this was such a good book. I saw myself a lot in it because Nora, she's a fixer, she's a type A, she's a checklist type of gal. She loves fixing things. She's the mom of the group, and I very much consider myself the mom of the group. And when I tell you I love Nora, like I stan her and Charlie. For some reason I pictured Charlie like what's his name, the guy that plays like Harry Potter's like nemesis, Malfoy. I picture him but with like black hair. That's who I picture as Henry. And my goodness, I love this book so much. Like the spiciness, as a avid Christian reader, clean fiction, the spiciness was very tolerable in this book. I would give it like one and a half of spiciness, truly. Let me just say that the beginning for me was a little bit slow, but like pushing past the first like 30 pages, I was hooked. Like strapped in, seatbelt in, bag is fully secured. I was in for the ride.